For your pre-work, I'd like you to watch the Explain Everything app and small presentation on surviving ethnic sports and games in the UK. Take notes and then at the end complete the 5-mark exam question. So, ethnic sports themselves are generally sort of confused and people don't really understand the actual terms ethnic sports and what sort of makes it a surviving sport. First thing that you need to understand is sport and culture and the link between particular societies and nations and the sort of physical activities that exist within them. And as we know, sports and games reflect the culture in which they exist, and that's been highlighted here. The other thing is as well, ethnic identity is a key word. So, and we really need to sort of understand that, and that is the unique behaviour, cultural traits and characteristics of a group, often based on tradition and ritual. And again, we've got the key word here, tradition. And it's very clear from the picture here. We've got a man in a kilt throwing a ball, and this is the Highland Games. So again, something that you may want to note there, the Highland Games. This game has been around for centuries, and there's over 50 different Highland Games meetings throughout the year. So one thing that it's not is sort of occasional. It is quite frequent, but the games themselves are a mixture of a number of things, but mainly the actual culture. So you've got the bagpipes, you'll have lots of dancing, but then you've also got the athletic sort of prowess as well. So you'll have the caber toss, there'll be stone putting as you can see in the picture, and there'll be wrestling. And again, that all reflects the culture that it comes from. And then we've got cheese rolling at Cooper Hill, Gloucestershire. Now, this is what the specification says. Candidates should be able to demonstrate knowledge and understanding of surviving ethnic sports and games in the UK. So the first one that's been given is the Highland Games. So you will need to do a bit of additional reading on the Highland Games, but mainly you need to be able to describe the characteristics of surviving ethnic sports and reasons for continued existence and popularity. So we will talk about maybe an acronym that will help you, but the main things that you need to include are festivals, local, traditional, and so on. And here we got the cheese rolling at Cooper Hill, and the annual event takes place on a spring bank holiday and is now a major attraction for spectators, the media, and now also as well medics who deal with a number of injuries. Now, as you can see here with the arrow, you've actually got the cheese, and that's rolling at about 70 miles an hour, and there is a number of injuries, but again, you can see the amount of people that have turned up. It happens once a year, so therefore it is an annual event, and it's very it is isolated. It's in a nice sort of rural part of the country, but it is very, very sociable. Lots of people turn up. You could even say that it is a little bit rowdy, and as now the media have got involved, there are some people that may travel quite a distance to go to this event. So there is an element of tourism, where back in the day they may travel on foot from village to village to get there. For this slide, I would like you to read page 236 of the textbook and take some notes on the following characteristics of the ethnic sport and why it survived, using the acronym FLORIST. The only thing you can really be examined on in the exam is listing an ethnic sport and the characteristics of survival. So it's vitally important that you know this acronym and that you can describe and maybe even explain the reasons why the ethnic sport has survived. On the following slide is an exam question. It's a 5-marker, and to accompany the 5-marker before the lesson, I'd also like you to make a leaflet on a ethnic sport of your choice, and in that you're going to have the acronym FLORIST and explain why it survived, and also give me some history on the actual ethnic sport itself. Hopefully you have a good understanding now of surviving ethnic sports in the UK, and that you can use the acronym FLORIST to answer this question. This is a 5-mark exam question taken from the January 2012 paper. It's broken into 2 sections, as you can see. The first section here is just a unistructural question where it's literally just asking you to give one example of a surviving ethnic sport. The next question is a little bit trickier, as it wants you to actually explain possible reasons for continued existence, and that's where you're going to use that acronym FLORIST. And don't just list it, put it into a bit of detail and explain actually why it survived and the popularity of the sport in present time. Okay, thank you.